How's it going? I'm Chaddy Pete and this is my YouTube channel. So the first thing I wanted to do was just say how I even got to this point, because I've not always been a reseller, you know what I mean? I was something else before. I want to go into like some mistakes that I made when I first started, because as always in the beginning you make a lot of mistakes. I'm going to just try and help anyone, if you can watch this, anyone who wants to skip those bits and just not go through the same things I had to go through. It's kind of like a mix of how I started and some tips and tricks just to get out of that rut at first, do you know what I mean? So let's crack on. So yeah, I was a policeman for 7 years, you know, so I worked in Derbyshire as you know, like as your regular respond to 999 calls and stuff like that. You know what, it's the greatest job in the world, but what happened was my wife got pregnant and I decided to take the parental leave off. My missus works from home anyway, so she's got her own little thing that she does. And so I was able to, so I wangled it in such a way that I was able to take that year off. And so I took the year off and just had a good time. And I thought, you know what? Like, as much as I love the police, and as much as I love, like, you know, going around blues and twosing, like blasting around and stuff, like getting into big scuffles in town and stuff, I enjoyed like staying home with my daughter. I've got two of them. One's 6 and the other one's 2 now. Yeah. Oh, I'll be in trouble for that. Yeah. So, yeah. And so I enjoyed staying at home, and I tried to, again, like balance this whole thing out, and it was, you know, it's good. So my first tip is just to start. That's it. I first started reselling when I was, let me think, it was a while back again now, isn't it? When I was about 28. Something like that. Obviously, I don't look 28 because obviously my youthful looks, do you know what I mean? Like, I look about 20, you know what I mean? But, oh, someone just fell, okay. I remember watching a Gary Vee video, and he basically just said, everyone in the house has got at least $1,000 in their house that they can sell like there and then. And I thought, yo, that intrigued me, you know. I was thinking about it, and I was like, I probably could do that. So I looked around, I was going on eBay, just comparing different things I've got in my house, you know, like just like my microwave, my TV, some clothes that I've got. So I was just going through and I was thinking, you know, I could actually do this, you know. So me and the missus, we went to Utoxeter and we picked up a few bits. But we'll just give it a day out. Instead of just, you know, sitting and watching a bit of TV, I decided to go out down to charity shops in Utoxeter, and we picked up I remember picking up a basketball. I picked up an old book. Like, I just thought books, if it was old, it was just game on. So I just picked up this old book, 2 old books actually. What else did I pick up now? Can't remember. So just, oh yeah, and a tie is a Wimbledon tie. Yeah, it's actually pretty sick actually, think about it now. So it's a Wimbledon tie, this basketball, and yeah, those books. And I got home and I thought, yo, I was buzzing. I listed the tie at like £15 and it sold for £15. I picked it up for £1 and I was absolutely buzzing. Looking back now, I could have sold that for way more. You know, it's like an official Wimbledon tie. I'm pretty sure it was Ralph Lauren, you know. In fact, oh man. My tip is just to start. I went out and I picked up some stuff, checked it out and sold it. That was it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not even that difficult. You can just go around your house. You know what I mean? You can just go around your house, pick up some stuff, sell that, and it's easy. Do you know what I mean? Just start. And I think we get caught up in thinking about what's the best thing to sell, how to do it, do this, or that, and it pales into insignificance if you don't even try doing it first off. Does that make sense? So that's my first tip, just to start. So my next tip is take the guessing out of it. I'd go into a charity shop and I'll pick something up and I'll go like, okay, that looks good. Yeah, that was pretty good. I didn't even bother even looking at it, didn't even bother doing the research. I thought, that looks alright, I'll just give it a go when I go home. It's like playing lottery basically. I was just going around and just picking up stuff I thought was nice and I'm bringing it home, and then when I go to list it, I'd find out it wasn't really worth that much, like maybe like £5, maybe £6, £7 or something. The worst thing I did with that is when I used to go pick up clothing, and I'd always pick up, for some reason, Hollister t-shirt, Hollister shirts, and I'll just bring them home because I didn't want to. I felt like if I didn't know the price at the time, that it would be okay when I brought it home. And I didn't want to feel like I wasn't picking up stuff. Every time I picked up something at the time, every time I checked on the eBay or something, it would never be like a good price. So it used to kind of like dent my confidence that I know I was doing. But instead of checking it and being gutted and putting it down. I just pick it up and take it home. But every time I brought it home, obviously, there was no money in it. Don't take things home that you don't know the worth of. When you're in the shop, just go around and pick something up. Some people are scared to look on eBay at the same time, but I'm not bothered, me. You don't want to come at me, let them come at me, do you know what I mean? It's all good, innit? Don't feed into the emotional aspect of you don't want to feel like crap because you pick something up and it's crap. You know what I mean? That's a learning process. When you only pick up stuff that's either good or is new to you, and then you can keep building up that library. So that's my second tip. The next tip is not packing properly. I got a George Foreman grill. Just George Foreman grill, I sold it for like 20 quid, you know. It wasn't even that much, but I packed it in a bin liner with nothing around it. I don't even know what I was thinking, you know. You can still feel all the hard edges around it and everything. I was like, yeah, it's great. Anyway, needless to say, I sent it off and the guy messaged me saying it was broke at the back end, like it literally crumbled to pieces. Here's a tip that I learned, right? If you can pack something and you're confident enough to throw it out your bedroom window, if you live in a bungalow, get on your roof or something, I don't know. If you're confident to throw it out your bedroom window, knowing full well it's not going to smash, then it's packed to perfection. Don't learn the hard way with that kind of stuff. You know what? I sold George Foreman grill broke. I sold one of these recorders, it broke. Sold a couple of mugs, they broke. You know what? I was just breaking everything. I don't want to buy it. I don't know why I even bought it, you know. If you can throw it out your bedroom window, it's more than likely going to be able to survive the journey. So there's another tip. The next tip is customer service skills. That's one of those things which you just got to develop with time. When I started, I hated talking to anyone that messaged me back after they sent it. I knew, like, if someone sent you a message after they received it or after you've sent it, it was only bad things. I got to the point, I was that anxious, you know. I'd give it to the missus because she's into all the customer service. She knows how to give, you know, the gift of the gab and that. So she used to answer all my messages for me. So I was so scared to, like, talk to people. But that's one of the most important things you can do. You don't want to get negative feedback. You don't want to get low star ratings. You don't want to get all, you know, like all the bad stuff. You don't want any of that. So if you learn how to talk to people, just be empathetic. Sympathetic? I'm trying to get too deep, aren't I? Customer service skills. Even like, for example, customer service can even come into how quickly you pack the parcel and send it. So I try and send things in within a day, maximum 2 days. And when people get stuff quickly, even if it wasn't the thing they liked, they always start off saying like, oh, thanks for sending it quickly, but instead of just saying, you sent this after a week and it's crap. It avoids all the unnecessary aggro. Learn how to talk to people. The cops teaches you that as well, because if you don't want to get headbutted in the street, you need to know how to talk to folk. If you ever end up in a fight, or you end up getting beaten up or something, they always used to say to you like, it's just how you talk to people. I used to get into scuffles a lot. And people used to say to me like, all the other cops, the older cops used to say to me like, Pete, it's just how you talk to people. You know what I mean? Just don't wind them up. Talk to them like, you know, like you want to be, like you talk to your gran. Something like that, I don't know, something like that. But anyway, yeah, talk to folk the way you want to be talked to and you'll be fine. And this is my last tip. So, yeah. Don't niche down too quick. This is one of those ones which people might disagree with it, I don't know. But I tried to get into clothing way too quickly. And I tried to like, when I didn't really do any research, so I tried to pick up loads of clothing, didn't really understand what it was. And I'd send some off, some was fake, and I get suspended. I'd send something else off and it wasn't really like much money, or it had holes in it, or had this. Like, it's one of those things where you want to pick a wide array of things you want to sell. Like, for example, I started off with toys. That was my main thing. I started off with toys. I sold electronics and clothing and some other stuff. And so I started off with toys and I got pretty good with them, but I didn't really feel it. Do you know what I mean? And so, yeah, it's one of those things where I think people watch this and think, right, yeah, so I'm into clothes, that I just want to sell clothes. But you might be really good at selling toys, or you might be really good at selling like DVD players, DVD writers, PC parts, I don't know, like barcode scanners, anything you can find at a car boot. And so I got really into clothes. I actually really enjoy selling clothes. I love like buttoning them up. I love finding like the labels, the different types of labels, the different ages, how vintage you are, even the modern stuff, the different styles. And so I'm proper into clothing. So some people aren't, and they just think that's the only thing I can sell. Pick up a wide array of stuff, see what like sits nicely with you. Do you know what I mean? Like I know I've got mates who sell lots of toys now. I can't do them now. I like them, but I just don't know. I feel like the scarcity of them it scares me. So I like picking up clothes because there's more of them, which means you can niche it right down eventually and pick stuff that you actually like within clothes. Just basically pick up stuff, pick up any stuff, sell it and see what you like the most. And pretty much that's it. Yeah, it's my first video. I'm just looking forward to posting more of them. If you got any suggestions, if you liked it, hit the like button. If you want to subscribe, please feel free. I'd enjoy it. If you didn't like it, message me, because, you know, I'm always open. My door is always open. I'll post out more videos. Obviously, one's about clothing, things I picked up. But I just thought I'd do this one first, just so that, you know, we can get acquainted. I'm excited, you know. I just want to make this new channel, just do stuff. So, yeah, we'll see what happens anyway. So, yeah, peace out.